An image seen for millennia, a symbol whispered in ancient rites, an emblem of protection, power, and profound cosmic understanding. Is it merely a representation of a falcon god's gaze? Or does the Eye of Horus hold a secret, a map of the universe, a key to human consciousness itself? Our story begins in the fertile lands of ancient Egypt, under the rule of the wise god Osiris and his devoted queen Isis. Their reign was a golden age of peace and prosperity, a testament to order and divine harmony. But shadows loomed, envy festered, and the seeds of chaos were about to be sown by one of their own. Osiris's brother Set, the god of storms, chaos, and the desert, burned with a jealous rage. He coveted Osiris's throne and his queen. Set, master of deceit, hatched a cunning plan, inviting Osiris to a lavish banquet where a beautiful ornate chest was presented, a prize for whoever fit within it perfectly. One by one, the gods tried the chest, but none fit. Then Osiris, unsuspecting, lay down within it. Instantly, Set and his conspirators slammed the lid shut, sealing it with lead, transforming the beautiful coffer into a coffin. They cast the chest into the mighty Nile, carrying the murdered king away. Isis, upon learning of this treachery, was consumed by an immeasurable grief, but her sorrow quickly forged into an unbreakable resolve. She would find her husband. Heartbroken but undeterred, Isis, often aided by her sister Nephthys and the wise god Thoth, embarked on an arduous journey. Her lamentations echoed across the land as she searched tirelessly. Legend tells us the chest washed ashore in the distant land of Byblos, miraculously encased within the trunk of a massive tamarisk tree, which was then used as a pillar in the king's palace. Through magic and perseverance, Isis located the pillar, retrieved the chest, and brought Osiris's body back to the hidden marshes of Egypt. There, using her potent magic, she revived Osiris just long enough to conceive their son, Horus, the rightful heir. But Set, discovering Osiris's return, was enraged anew. In a fit of brutal fury, he dismembered Osiris's body into 14 pieces, scattering them throughout the land of Egypt. Once again, Isis, now with Nephthys firmly by her side, embarked on a desperate quest, this time to find and reassemble the scattered pieces of her beloved. Each part she found was lovingly mummified. This act was not just about restoring a physical form. It was a powerful ritual, laying the foundation for the Egyptian concept of resurrection and eternal life in the Duat, the underworld, where Osiris would eventually reign as king of the dead. Meanwhile, the young Horus was born, a divine child destined for greatness, but hunted by his uncle Set. Isis, fearing for her son's life, hid him deep within the impenetrable papyrus swamps of the Nile Delta. Here, amongst the reeds and waters, Horus was nurtured and protected, growing in strength and wisdom, shielded by his mother's magic and the loyalty of other deities. Years passed, and Horus, the falcon-headed god, grew into a formidable young deity. He was brave, strong, and imbued with a righteous fury to avenge his father and reclaim the throne that was rightfully his. Mentored by Thoth, the god of wisdom and magic, Horus prepared for the inevitable confrontation with Set, a battle not just for kingship, but for the very soul of Egypt, order versus chaos. The ensuing conflict between Horus and Set was no single skirmish, but a series of epic, brutal battles that raged across Egypt, shaking the heavens and the earth. Gods took sides, and the fate of the cosmos hung in the balance. In one particularly ferocious encounter, as Horus fought valiantly, Set, in a moment of savage power, managed to gouge out Horus's left eye. The details of this grievous injury vary in ancient texts. Some say Set tore the eye out with his bare hands. Others claim he trampled it, or that it was shattered into pieces. This eye, often identified as the left eye of Horus, was profoundly connected to the moon, just as his right eye was linked to the sun. Its loss represented a plunge into darkness, a disruption of cosmic balance. The mutilation of Horus's eye was more than a physical wound. It was a tear in the fabric of Ma'at, the fundamental Egyptian concept of order, truth, and cosmic balance. Chaos, embodied by Set, had gained a temporary victory. For harmony to be restored, for Horus to claim his rightful place, the eye needed to be made whole once more. Into this breach stepped Thoth, the ibis-headed god of wisdom, writing, magic, and the moon. Thoth, the divine arbiter, the master of sacred knowledge, was uniquely equipped for this task. His wisdom was legendary, his magical abilities unparalleled, and he often played the role of mediator and healer among the gods. Using his profound knowledge of healing arts and potent magical incantations, Thoth painstakingly pieced back together the fragments of Horus's injured eye. Some myths also credit the nurturing goddess Hathor, sometimes Horus's consort, or even his mother Isis, with assisting in this miraculous restoration, imbuing the eye with protective energies. And so the eye was made complete, perfect, and powerful once more. It became known as the Ujjat eye, or Wajat eye, a term directly translating to that which is whole, that which is sound, or that which is healthy. This restored eye was no longer a mark of injury, but a potent symbol of restoration and perfection. More than just healed, the Ujjat eye was now imbued with even greater magical power. It became one of the most potent amulets in ancient Egypt, believed to offer powerful protection against evil, ward off illness, and ensure safety and prosperity for both the living and the dead. With his eye restored and his divine power amplified, Horus was now fully equipped to confront Set decisively. The balance had shifted. The symbol of his sacrifice and restoration became a beacon of his renewed strength and his divine right to rule, signaling Set's impending defeat. In a profound act of filial piety and sacrifice, one of the most significant versions of the myth tells us that Horus offered his newly restored powerful eye to his deceased father, Osiris. This offering was intended to magically sustain and empower Osiris, to help him see and to aid in his resurrection and just rule over the Duat, the realm of the dead. It was a testament to Horus's love and respect for his father, a powerful exchange of restored wholeness for continued existence in the afterlife. Thus, the Eye of Horus transcends its role as a mere emblem of a god's healed wound. It becomes a profound symbol of self-sacrifice for the greater good, of unwavering filial devotion, and embodies the eternal cycle of loss and renewal, death and rebirth, mirroring the natural cycles observed by the ancient Egyptians: the flooding of the Nile, the planting of seeds, the harvest, and the return of life. The offering of the eye to Osiris underscores this cyclical nature, linking personal healing to cosmic regeneration. For the ancient Egyptians, the Ujjat eye was a ubiquitous presence in their lives and their preparations for the afterlife. The living adorned themselves with amulets of the Eye of Horus, crafted from precious stones like lapis lazuli and carnelian, or faience, believing it would grant them protection from harm, ward off evil influences, and ensure vitality and good health. Similarly, in funerary rites, the Ujjat eye held immense significance. It was commonly placed on mummies, often over the incision made during the embalming process, to magically heal the body and ensure its wholeness and ability to be reborn in the Duat, the underworld. Its presence was a powerful invocation of regeneration and safe passage through the trials of the afterlife. From the brutal injury inflicted in a divine struggle to its miraculous restoration and subsequent offering as an act of profound devotion, the Eye of Horus journeyed from a symbol of loss to an emblem of ultimate wholeness and potent protection. It embodies the core Egyptian values of Ma'at, order, and balance, triumphing over the chaos represented by Set. The power of the Ujjat eye lies not just in its magical properties, but in its narrative, a testament to resilience, sacrifice, healing, and the enduring strength found in completeness. It reminds us that even from fragmentation, profound power and restoration can emerge. The Eye of Horus, more than meets the eye? Share your interpretations and any interesting facts you know in the comments. Let's build a community of curious minds. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our next exploration.